I love a fairy tale. I love an upset. I'm all about it.
There's a very high chance of it happening from what I've seen. Right, who's just added me? What's going on?
Right. 0.5, I can say. Good luck, both teams. Right, so I actually don't know. I don't think there's away goals. So if this ends in another draw, there will be extra time, and there will be penalties as well. So I've never actually seen extra time or penalties in an iOS game. I'm sure it's happened at some point, but I've never seen it personally.
You've never what?
I've never seen it go. I mean, obviously in like a friendly, but not in
Oh,
a
okay.
tournament. I imagine penalties. I've always wanted to be involved in a penalty shootout that actually means something.
To be fair, even just extra time in itself is quite rare.
Yeah.
So
Look, Orion with the dragbacks.
when did he learn how to press the alt button?
Is that actually gigs? Had your wife?
Had your kids? Had your wife?
Is Senpai? Centre back. Janair down the wing. Good cross in.
Oh,
Okay, right. Important to save that because if that went in,
they would have crumbled immediately.
I feel like it might be one of them games where like if Ace can get going, I feel like Wasps are just going to be so devastated.
Oh well.
There we go. 1-0 already. 3 minutes it took. I don't know what Wasps. I don't know what Ace's lineup was last week, but I don't know if they've improved. But it's only took them 3 minutes this week. Keeper maybe should have had it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Definitely.
He would have. I genuinely think if he just dived normally, he would have got that. But because he's turned,
He dived into his net, didn't he? Yeah.
It's not even just he dived into his net. He dived and then literally just like span, like for no reason. Just stay straight. There's no reason for you to move your mouse.
Yeah. That's 1-0. Early doors. Early doors.
That's a new player problem. That.
Yeah, I mean, you just want if you Wasps, you just want a nice like. You want to get to like the 20. You want to get to like the 30th minute, not conceding again. Just settle down. See if you can get Master D for another 50-yard special. Cross 2-0.
Oh.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. As soon as that one goal goes in, your head's sort of like you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
please no, not like this. And then the second goal goes in, you're like, oh god, no, not like this. And now they might go through the the 5 stages of grief. They've still got hope at the moment,
dear.
but they'll soon go into denial. We'll see. It's it's only 2 goals. But
All I've got to say is I don't know if I have any of these in my fantasy.
I have Trabs.
Let me have a look.
I've got through again. Void 1-on-1. He probably should have passed that to NMB, but I don't blame him for shooting at the same time.
I think I genuinely have no one that's in this match.
Is Orion? Oh, he's 2-1.
Shit!
Orion gigs. And Andre with the assist. So all those people who've got Andre in their fantasy, he's just picked you up some banging points with an assist. Absolutely awful goalkeeping.
Yeah, to be fair, all these lot have to do is shoot.
They do.
Just shoot.
If I'm a Wasps player now, I'm looking at that and I'm literally licking my lips.
Yeah.
This ain't over.
It's 9 minutes in and there's been 3 goals. Like, this is already more like exciting than the first leg. What is going on?
And then B down the wing. Good little block from Night Flame.
I just want to say that I swear Walsh and MTZ got their fantasies after the first game. really? Then
I'm not right. Do you know what? I'm honestly really ignorant. I honestly don't watch these teams very often, but that Orion, last time I watched him play this game, he couldn't kick the ball, and now he's doing all sorts. He's doing little scoring from 30 yards, doing little drag backs. Look at him. Best
well,
player
I
on the
think
pitch.
this is what happens when you play the game for long enough.
Yeah. No, it's really good to see. It's really good to see. He's a nice guy as well. So
It's experience, lads. It's experience.
yeah, gig. Orion even gigs. I'm not calling you gigs.
Gigsy.
He's not done well there though.
Oh
Traps.
dear.
For my fantasy points, there it is.
That's some awful defending.
3-1. Orion, I was singing your praises, and you've been tackled on the halfway line, but you don't expect a goal to come from that. Centre back's got a. Oh god.
What? Who? Oh, what?
I've got to kick someone. Who was it?
Almine. The trialist.
Oh,
Oh, for God's sake.
sorry. He's gone.
Oh dear.
Right.
Well, Chucky's storming up for reasons unbeknownst to me.
Oh. Well, that Almane's looks like he's a trialist. I'm guessing he's not being too helpful on the bench. It's a dodgy throw in. Void's just. Right. That's 4-1. That's a Trabs hat trick. Guys, if you're going to take a throw in from that deep, don't throw it into the middle of the pitch. Just knock it down to your centre back or throw it up the line. Because if you look at this, look how out of position Night Flame was. And then he's used all of his stamina trying to get back in position. And Void's literally just breezed past him like he's not there. Put a nice little cross in. 4-1. If you don't get the throw right, you're out of position immediately.
That's just a bad back pass. Just overall, just hoof that, yeah.
This Chucky looks good.
Yeah.
I've seen him a few times. I love the way Ace play. They sort of play on the floor, even though they might not be NG, but try telling them that they looks like they sort of took on the ethos that Lynx had and Lynx 2 obviously were trying to play good football as well. And if you start out trying to learn that way, that's how you become a better player.
I still don't know why Lynx 2 fucking died.
No.
I don't even know why Unity 2 died. There's a few. Oh, Ronnie joined Ace. I didn't even know.
Yep. Yeah, Void. Good cross, but a little too short for Tramps.
Don't mention keeper... Unity A.
Oh yeah.
I just want to know. Oh, Jesus Christ, the amount of slides.
Master D mopping it up. Here comes Lord. He was on trial for Novo. Didn't actually play a game.
He didn't play. He didn't even speak once in the Discord, so we just got rid of him.
Yeah. And then the next minute, he was a leader. But yeah, it's good to see him still playing. Clearance by NMB. Right, Night Flame. Don't give it them on the throw-in, please. Look at his centre back. Okay.
Oh yes, there we go. Do you think he's listening?
I think he might be. Oh yeah, he might be. I hope he is. Ball by NMB. NMB reinventing himself as a centre mid.
He's been playing centre mid ever since Lynx 2.
Yeah. What do you think? Because he was always a fullback, wasn't he, when we played?
Well, you know, everyone knows. I think quite a few people know my opinion on NMB fullback. Oh dear! And he's just speaking of the devil. He's just scored. I don't know. He might have found his level. Is all I'm going to say.
Well, that's a dodgy goal to say the least.
Yeah, it was definitely it hit off of himself,
Yeah,
and has got it's gone in because it's
but
hit
he
off
shouldn't
itself.
have that much time. Like,
No, the defending has been what's the word? Fucking tragic.
yeah, and like, look, if Wasps came in and lost the first like 6-0 or something, you wouldn't hold them to a high standard, but you really thought they had a chance of like progressing here. It looks like Orion's probably the only player who's actually turned up for
I
them.
think you've jinxed them.
I think I might have jinxed them.
So everyone hashtag blame Tet.
Yeah.
Always
Ball,
hashtag blame Tet.
Traps. And then B, and Traps
dear.
just wide. Yeah.
Just want to say it took Andre about 5 seconds after the ball was hit to dive. That's reactions of a cat.
A sleepy cat.
Yeah. A sleeping cat.
Oh, I really want. Do you know what? I was so excited when I saw they drew 1-1. Let's hope this is just a blip. Good interception there by Strakov. Not heard of him.
No. There's two people I've never heard of, Andre and Strakov.
Yeah. He's had a quiet game so far as well.
What was the lineup for the last game? Are these both similar lineups or what? I don't even know.
Wow. NMB 20% possession.
Fucking give it someone else, you greedy bastard.
20% possession. So
Strakov is UKEL. Yeah. No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, I've heard of UCal, yeah. Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, if there's an opposition player that's on the ball that much, you need to man mark them. Master D, look, he's just nowhere near NMB at all times. Get closer to him when they're out of possession. He's sort of just standing in like a central position rather than actually marking someone.
Apparently,
he's not looking around. He stood next to his centre back.
Who's this? Sorry,
Master D.
Oh yeah.
He needs to be like, he needs to look around and see where enemy is, see where the holes are and stuff.
So apparently it's not UKEL. UKEL is Russian. This guy's from Romania. If he's from Romania, I assume he's a friend of Lord or Seki, because you know there's 3 Romanians in there.
Orion. But now you're doing too much. You're past them. Just run into the corner and cross the ball.
Now,
don't need to drag back every time.
They've just blocked each other. So
it looks nice once or twice, but when you do it 3 or 4 times, it gets a bit old, and it's how you get a name for yourself. Let's just say that. The ball, keeper's got there, and that's just okay.
Okay. Arrow 2-0 up.
Arrow 2-0 up. Yeah, that's that leg over. So the 2 losers go into the losers bracket. The winners get the pleasure of playing either NG or 0. So that's a nice little prize for winning this game.
Great. So whoever wins this is going out. We need timeout. Then timeout.
I don't know what they're doing.
We need timeout, and they're making a substitution.
What? I'm not timing out for them. They do? What do you think? What do you think a losers bracket is? They do go into the losers bracket. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm telling you. The loser of these. So the loser of this game in particular plays the loser of. Is it Lynx? And the loser of the other game plays Unity or Nova.
do you want to tell him why the tournament is like this and where you've got this information from? Because I think he's genuinely not going to believe you. He's an idiot.
Well, well, yeah. Just look at the bracket again. You'll see. But yeah, they're not out. Every team's got 2 chances. Is Void. Good save. Good save by Andre. It's got a bit. It's slowed down a little bit, hasn't it, since the goals. We've gone. It's been the 27th minute was the last goal, so Wasps sort of stopped the bleeding. But we'll have to see if they can. I think they could. Look, they've not obviously not got a great chance, but they need to test this keeper a little bit more, even if it's from stupid angles. Just get a few shots in on goal. Let's see what he's about. But you can see that Wasps are struggling in the air more so than anywhere else, which is I think is where most teams start to struggle when they first start. The head it takes a while to get used to the heading. Do you believe me now, Ian? Okay.
There you go. So the losers bracket, which does exist. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Ian, who is it? So who do these guys play? Is it the loser of the Lynx game? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So the winner of Ace Wasps versus Zero, the winner of NT Arrow versus NG.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Oh, crabs. He's got
So
this goal for my fantasy team. What a player. That's all I'm going to say.
so Ace are going to be playing Zero. Wasps are going to be put into the losers bracket and will probably face NT, as I doubt Lynx will lose. So that'll
Yeah.
be Wasps NT, and then it will be NTA versus Unity because we're never going to lose.
Well, you never know.
We're never going to lose.
I don't know. I think Unity are decent. We've made a few good signings. I'm not taking that for granted.
Yeah, well, we have me. Easy game.
It's true. It's true. I think, yeah, I think these guys. I think there's a lot Wasps can learn, can take. I, the thing that I see is looking at all the new teams and stuff. People who play with good save by the keeper. People who don't have any sort of like older player there to sort of give them little pointers seem to struggle more. With Wasps, they've got Fluke, but they haven't really got anyone else apart from Fluke. It's just there's little things that they're doing that if they just fix those little things, they're actually not too bad.
I mean, I'm just so confused how you go from 1-1 to losing 6-1. And football is on very soon. Hold on.
Yeah, we got the FA Cup. Liverpool again. Who are you playing?
We're playing some shit team. I don't know.
Wolves.
That's the one.
It's Trabs. Void, wide open. It's too easy now.
Yeah. Ian, I know Mignole starts. We've got a few different people starting. I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see. Yeah. Once this hit 8 o'clock, I'm probably gonna fucking leave because I'm not gonna lie. This is done.
Yeah.
And Liverpool is going to be a lot more interesting.
Sorry, Ian's going to come and do some commentary.
That's correct. Yes, Ian will be coming to do commentary with you. So you can hear his Scottish accent instead of my depressed English one.
Yeah, and it is depressed.
It is depressed.
So 7-1. I know a lot of people gave Ace a bit of shit for drawing that game. Maybe rightly so, but they've made up for it.
Oh God, Drake.
Comfortably through.
Thing is, all they had to do, I've just bit my tongue. All they had to do was get there, and then once they get there, I mean, it's Drake in goal. Like, I know it's harsh to say, oh, it's Drake in goal, but this is like the second time I think he's ever played goalkeeper. You shoot, you score.
Well, how many shots has he been up against? So he's not actually made a save, so it's only one shot. They've had one shot and scored once. But you got to give the Ace defenders credit, I guess. They've not really allowed them to shoot. They've not really been out of their own half.
Yeah, but oh God. At the same time, I think you could expect, but that was a bad pass. You should have just fucking got rid of that. Can't just give it to Mustard like that. That's hospital. That. But
That's odd. Senpai try hard. And
I've seen Andre overkick a few times.
This is mainly where Drake has had his touches, mopping up through balls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if any of the Wasps guys watch back, I think you just need to watch your positioning. Just man mark. Like, look, this Master D has already lost his man. He's I feel bad going on about it, but if no one gives them any tips, they're never going to improve. I'm not saying I'm like a master of iOS or anything, but it's small things that's going to just improve them so much.
Shoot!
Oh, he tried. He tried. There he is again. No. Shoot! Yeah.
Bloody Nora. Ian, mate, are you ready to come in and substitute me, mate?
Yeah, go on, you just go. We'll just.
So no, hold on. Let me start Ian off. Ian, talk to them about Iron Brew and the sugar tax.
No.
Don't even get me started on that.
No.
What an absolute outrageous decision.
Oh.
Just like the fact that my iOS has just crashed.
Well,
as there was a goal.
Let me tell you, Janae has scored. It's 8-1. It was a cross by Void, who's got the assist for any of those.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. So while technical difficulties on, I'm going to disappear like the wind.
And it crashed again when I joined the server.
It's a good game, this, isn't it? It's a good game.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like this bug's existed for years. You know?
Best game I ever had. Wait, what's Andre doing? Oh, Andre's come out for Fluke.
Saved.
Oh, we are? Strakov?
Oh. Though, would I be right in saying that's the first save that Drake has actually made in this game?
Yeah, first save. First save, well.
He's only got a 50% conceded shot ratio now.
Yeah, he's doing well. Who do you play for now?
NT?
I don't even. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, NT, yeah. So you play. Is it the. Okay, yeah, so. Unless you just beat Lynx, which is obviously more than capable of. maybe not. But
It depends what position I start in.
Well, if you get you on the wing, easy win.
Oh no, I've not heard. I've moved to CM now.
Oh, you've CM now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I nearly joined NT, but I kind of wanted to CM at the time, and I remember Wilmot saying that they had a couple of guys that wanted to CM as well. Was it Flaz and Ruffy or something like that?
Yeah, fast.
So I didn't want to
Step on any footsteps. Treading on any toe.
But obviously you don't care about that. You're straight in there.
I just no. I play where the manager puts me. I'm utility player.
This is getting a bit out of hand at this point. 9-1.
You know what it's like though. Once you start losing by like 6 or 7, everybody just sort of stops.
It can happen to the best of us. Like, I mean, I remember Roby, old team. It was a decent team, and I think NG beat us like 15-0 because we completely lost it.
You totally capitulate as soon as like you go 4 or
Yeah.
5 down.
And that's the one thing I don't like about knockout tournaments, that you do sort of give up.
Oh, they've
Having
scored.
said that, Orion gets the goal that he deserves. Good goal.
Oh,
He
I
does
mean,
deserve
he
that.
got quite lucky with the deflection off Chucky there,
did,
but
yeah.
as I said, like the chances they've got, that's what 3 shots, 2 goals. So
Well,
it could have been a different game if they just managed to get these lucky bounces, get a couple of chances on goal.
I mean, they have conceded 9, but but yeah, I mean, look, they've scored 1 goal more than they did last leg, so that's something
Well, I
to
mean, remember
look
when
out.
NT first started out? It was a case of like losing
Yeah.
games 15-1, and then eventually, it'd be 13-2. Then, that's the thing though. With NT is a good example. They kept going, and then look what happened a couple of months later. They ended up beating NG.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. All right. Right, Orion. We need to talk. Um, you had so much time,
That
and
yeah,
you just
that's one of those panicking at the edge of the box, and he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I want to score. I want some fantasy points," because
Yeah,
Becky's
yeah,
picked
yeah.
himself.
Yeah, he probably has, to be fair.
I mean, to be fair, who hasn't picked themselves in fantasy?
I hate to single out, and I know I've spoken about Master D about 7 times already, but I think it's a tough position to play, but it is all about positioning. And like, look, he's not looking. See, he's not looking where NB is.
Yeah, NMB's going
He's
like,
just
edge of the
he's
box.
exactly he's running. All Master D is doing is he's running up and down the pitch vertically without looking at where. The CM is like an extra like wild card, a position in the attack, and they can pop up in
Well,
these
again, look,
random
Master D.
positions.
They've got 2 on Trabs, and NMB's
Yeah.
open at the edge of the box again.
Yeah, I think if he has listened to me this much, which is probably not.
We're gonna have to get you
Um,
like a Monday Night Football style
yeah,
board. You can draw some
I probably
lines.
would have gone. But yeah, I just think he'd be better off because Wasps are always going to be the underdogs. You'd imagine. I think he'd just be better off man marking whoever he's playing against, staying goal side.
I suppose
he's just
NMB
gonna go.
does have years of experience when
He does.
you
he
think
does.
about it.
But he does. But like, this is the thing. The one thing that you can control, even if you haven't got the mechanics down, is your positioning. So it's not hard to stand in a certain area. This game is 80% positioning, in my opinion.
20% hitbox.
20% hitbox, yeah.
I mean, who did we say Wasps were going to be playing? I've already forgotten. Closed the bracket.
NT, most likely.
NT. Okay, that could
Yeah.
be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Though,
I
of
mean,
course, they're going to be playing Lynx, but that's a different discussion.
Well, I think is it. I think a lot of people see NT as the number 5 team now.
I suppose with Phoenix disbanding,
Yeah.
it sort of moved all the teams up a place.
I'm surprised you guys didn't get more Phoenix players. I kind of expected JB3 to join. I half expected Flame to join.
There
But
was
instead we've gone from 5, like basically most of the Phoenix players have filtered into the other 4 teams, apart from the odd couple going to NT.
yeah. There was quite a lot of discussion about it. Like, people were trying to figure out where to go.
Yeah. Do you think Phoenix might ever come back?
There was murmurs of it, but it depends though, because with most players moving to other teams now,
Yeah.
getting the gang back together, as per se, it's not going to be
Well,
as easy.
I've told every Phoenix player that's joined Novo, like, if Phoenix comes back and if you feel like your heart is still there, then I'm not gonna moan if you want to go back.
I don't know if JB's still got the passion.
He's a busy man. And he's got a flatmate now who's constantly on the internet when he's trying to play. A bit frustrating.
I know it's quite bad when somebody watching iPlayer means that you
Yeah.
can't play.
Oh, Master D!
Oh, he's actually done it.
Again. He's pulled it out the bag. But you know what I mean? Like, these little pop shots, if they started these from the first minute, I actually think they would have this would have been like 9-7 or something.
I think that's the
'Cause-
difference between like a newer team and say a more experienced team because, you know, think of like any other like sort of well-established team playing this game. You know that they would instantly be saying it's the same in mixes. Like if there's keepers like that,
Yeah.
you know instantly people are just going to be taking stupid shots.
Yeah.
Whereas that's when you've got
Imagine Kieran against Drake. It's-
yeah, exactly. Kieran would be shooting like from the halfway line every time.
I actually think Kieran would score about 20 goals.
But that's when you've got to draw the line between, you know, it's a competitive tournament, but at the same time trying to not be too disrespectful. Whereas, you know, if Drake does end
Yeah,
up in
but-
goal again for Ace in the next match,
Yeah.
you know, it could be a
Who was
completely
their
different story.
goalkeeper?
Shit
WS,
was because
Yeah.
I've picked him in fantasy and I'm not very happy with him not starting today.
Yeah, I've got him in my fantasy as well. I wonder if that Andre is gonna have a minus or plus score. He did get an assist, but he also let in about 6 goals.
Well, I think that it got changed to an extra goal, didn't it, for the conceding points? I'm pretty sure Ari put it up to every 3 goals instead of 2.
Changed slightly, yeah. Do you know what I've just noticed? Sorry, Fluke only conceded 1 goal since he came in. Would it have been a different game if Fluke was in at the start?
Oh, well, we're never going to know.
No. Why didn't you start yourself, Fluke? You know, you start this team. You know, fair play. That Andre looks like he's got potential, but if you start a team, you go through all the hardship of having a team. You know, when it comes down to it, and you're 1-1 in the second leg, you'd like to play. I think.
If you look at it, it depends really, because especially say like teams like this, like say development teams, you know, you're wanting to give more players
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at like the Nations League at the moment, like rest of the world, like we rotate players every single game. Like even in the second leg of the game against France, you know.
Yeah, that's good because it gives everyone a game and stuff, doesn't it? So I suppose that's what he's thinking. And maybe it was that Fluke started the first game. I just don't know. I didn't see it, but yeah. Look, they've conceded 9 goals. That's not ideal, but they've scored 3, and they can take positives from that. Hopefully, I don't think we're doing. Are we doing? Are we doing? Okay, people are here. Never mind.
I was going to say I don't think I've got like anybody from either of these teams on Steam to get them, but
Well, they're both here. Should we do winner or loser first? Should we do loser?
I think we'll always go winner first, don't we?
Okay.
Unless it's MTZ on losing
Hello.
team.
We'll do the winner first. Hello.
You alright?
You alright? Congratulations. Does it feel good to, obviously, I'm guessing you got, well, look, I'm going purely off the emojis, but when the 1-1 score came in,
Yeah.
like you got a bit of stick for it. It's good to put the record straight, I guess.
Yes, you know, last week you didn't play very well, but it's changed this week. We've gotten better, so
What was I didn't see the last game. Did you change anyone or?
well, the plan was to, but then you know the people I changed didn't show up, so
Oh, right, okay.
yeah.
Is that, did they not show up and not say anything or?
Ash said something. He was like, he said I'm working late, but Ronnie just didn't show up. He showed up like 5 minutes after the game started, so
Oh, fair enough. Well, he's had subs galore on the bench and stuff. So at least you had enough turning up. But
yeah, I know.
yeah, so that puts you against who they against Ian?
0, isn't it?
0.
Sometimes we're not going to win that game, but we can give it our best shot.
It's have you played any of these teams like 0 and G?
No, we've played Phoenix.
And how did you do against Phoenix?
We lost 7-3.
Okay. It's one of them that I think, for me, I've always like it depends. You can just go in there and just play normal, but you can always try like some sort of Sam Allardyce tactic.
The old was it in Roby when we
O'Brien.
tried that like just total defensive tactic against NG, was it?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, did you see the first game Wasps versus Ace? What Wasp did? They shoved 6 men at the back and 1 striker. So
Why didn't they do that again?
from the kickoff, I think they did. To be honest, but so many people were back. But it didn't quite work out. And obviously, their goals weren't the most well worked goals I've ever seen, but they went in at the end of the day. So
It's one of them where like you're so up for it, and imagine they were, but then you see 2 goals that early, it just sucks the life out of you.
yeah, it does.
But yeah, it's good to see he's winning.
Yeah, well,
Um,
you know, Drake was in goal because we don't have a goalkeeper, so or he's an active one.
oh, I'm interested to see how you guys do against teams like Unity and obviously NT and even Novo and stuff. Because I honestly playing against you in friendlies, it's not easy.
Mm.
But then there's some people who go, "Oh no, Ace, you know," because you might have had that one game where
Yeah,
maybe you played like your backup team and stuff. You just can't take those games as like an actual. You can't take them. You can't look into them too much. But yeah, keep playing your best team. Let's see what you
will
see.
do.
Let's see where you fall at the end of it.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, nice one.
All right, see you in a bit.
So yeah, we've got Orion Giggs in here.
Ah, good day, sirs.
Hey,
It's always a pleasure to be here.
I thought you were probably your best player,
Oh, thank you.
personally. What was it like out there? It looked like a bit of a struggle.
It was about what I expected, really, from like the second leg. The first leg went absolutely amazing. The first, so yeah, everyone was happy with that. But I knew that with that now pressure, like if we'd have lost the first leg like 3-0, I don't think it'd have been a high scoreline it was today because I think the extra pressure of wait we can actually win this caused some people to not play their best because they're like hold on we can actually
So
go
much
through.
pressure, yeah.
I mean it was because it's a lot of people last week was their their first ever competitive game. This week was their second ever for a lot of the people out there.
Yeah.
So obviously it's quite daunting for people.
Would,
So
would you have preferred to lose both games by a close margin, or are you glad that you at least got a draw?
I think
Regardless of the second leg?
I think withdrawal was for the best because it definitely just boosts morale overall. It's just like a sign,
Yeah.
even if it put the pressure on for today, it's a sign to us that we're not as we're not as bad as some people might perceive. So obviously,
Yeah.
it gives us that.
I think a lot of teams just don't see you guys play. I mean, I'll be honest. When the fantasy came up, I was one of the people that had to do the ratings. Like, every team leader did it, and I think I put like 2 scores in for you guys because I just don't know you at all.
Yeah, because it's a lot of new players. Like barely, I think like the three owners have played. I've played before,
Yeah.
and there's a couple of them who have played in quite a few of them played in Illusion under me and stuff like that. There isn't any like experienced players in there. It's entirely just
Well,
new players.
you were there at Illusion when they started, and can you compare the two? Like,
They're definitely different because Illusion actually had the experienced players, and also Illusion had some people. The experienced players do help a lot, but I think as well it does remind me of the early Illusion of there's that definitely that mentality of you're not as good as the rest, so you got to perform
Yeah.
better, and it kind of creates a chemistry between the team, which kind of like I think no offense to like for people like avoid you Illusion after. That's why I kind of left it kind of died away because it started getting tons of lone players who knew and knew, and the chemistry was going
Yeah.
everywhere. So I think with Wasps, everyone, and in a way, there's no one. I don't think there's anyone there with an ego really. So it's like you never get people like complaining that they're not start. If someone's not starting, it's like, oh, I completely deserved, mate. I can't remember who it was. Someone's like, oh, I don't think I deserve to start this game. And everyone's just nice to each other, and everyone's supportive of each other, and that definitely takes you a long way.
Yeah, I mean, I was honestly when I saw you drew that game, that big, huge smile because the only thing I ever hear about you guys is like people, join
Oh, yeah.
Wasps. Like when people like
Yeah.
it's almost become like a meme, hasn't it? And it's
Yeah,
good.
join Wasps.
Yeah, and it's honestly like I want nothing more than for you guys to like actually do well now. And I like Fluke; he's a really nice guy. And
Oh yeah, Fluke.
but yeah, I mean, you could watch the game back. I'd say I know it's hard because you've got beat 9-3, but
Yeah.
just looking at the position of a few people, and I banged on about it on commentary and that. There's a lot that you can learn from that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of times in game I was talking the entire game, letting people know like he's free, and there's a lot of times where there's just a lot of people free, or even if it's not intentional, Night Flame slightly drifting in ever so slightly to the center, and boom, that opens up for a goal. It's like these small little mistakes, what
Right.
people don't even notice that can lead to like, Ace does have the experience. They don't have
Yeah,
like
they do.
these super amazing play. We got a bunch of good players who are able to capitalize on the mistakes we make.
Yeah.
And I think as long as we can look at them, just correct these small mistakes, just get into a bit more discipline. Oh, and also for the record as well, we don't play 6 at the back. We play we play 3 at the back, 2 in the middle. No, sorry, 4 at the back, 2 in the middle, and 2 up front. But it kind of is a bit of a mess.
Who cares? Like, you know, Leighton Orient aren't going to turn up at Arsenal and play, you know, everyone up front. You got to do the best with what you've got, and I like the fact that you're playing defensive. There's a lot of like, look, trust me, I've been around. Like, it's sad, but I've been around for like 15 years on this stupid game. All the like, so many new teams that have started where they just play the game as if they're NG. You're not NG, like, and I like that you guys are actually defensive minded. And like, I picked on Master D. Like, he wasn't following his man, but he was still defensive minded. So he's got like the foundations, but I think he'd be better man marking a little bit. But
Yeah,
don't know if
I
that
think
was-
just a bit of discipline as well. You know, it's like just you try, you can go into the gate, you know, go in like constantly marking. But when as things progress, you see, oh, it's a bit of space here, I can get into this to help my man. And then you forget to move back. I mean, that if they get the ball, like there's a lot of it was also pressure. You know, people just a miss pass. You know,
Yeah.
but that one miss pass and makes someone else's mistake where you accidentally moved away. So I think honestly, just looking at those like mistakes we made is honestly gonna like I've always said like when I led Illusion as well, just watching games backs helps so much. Even if you like, even watching a lost game back's even better sometimes, just because you can see your mistakes much more clearly.
Yeah,
So
that's the one benefit you've got of like these games getting streamed, because you can watch them back, and hopefully people are open minded enough to listen to any feedback you might give them. But
Yeah.
look, you got 3 more goals than you did last leg, so it's, you know, and Master D pulled one out the bag again. So
what a
but
what
yeah,
a legend.
take the positives. And
Yeah.
it's good. Right, cool. Good luck
Cheers,
against
Jeff.
possibly NT. Yeah, he's gone. Right, anyway, we're gonna end it. Ian. Final
Yeah,
thought?
it'll be interesting to see how Wasps sort of like regroup for their next game, which, if you go on public opinion, would be against NT.
Yeah.
To see if they
Well,
maybe take some lessons from today and sort of, you know, change some things up.
Even if it's not NT, it's going to be a tough game. Like, both them teams.
Yeah,
some
they're
people
going to
say
be
those are
heavy
step up.
underdogs no matter who they end
Yeah.
up facing in the first round of the lower bracket. Whereas if you look at Ace, they're going to be going on to play Zero. You know, not going to be the easiest task for them either. But if Ace
Well,
were to lose to Zero, and okay, no, the bracket's the other way around. Never mind. I thought I was going to be able to set up an Ace Wasps rematch there, but they're on the other sides of the bracket.
yeah, don't live side. It's interesting because it's almost like Ace have like had the script flipped on them now. They've gone from like being expected to win 10-0 to being expected to lose 10-0, and we'll see how if they line up defensively and play with 6 at the back. Like, obviously, Void said that as like a, you know, almost like, I can't believe they played 6 at the back, but they're gonna have to do it against Zero. That you know, it could be a similar story.
If Ace play as open as Wasps did today, then you know it's going to be one of these. You know, people always used to joke about NT and the record books, but you know that because Zero are not the sort of team to take the foot off the gas.
There's no shame. There's no shame in sitting back and playing hoofball to a centre forward.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at the lineup on Zero though, can you see any of those players taking it easy?
No, they're a very serious bunch of lads.
They will be trying overhead kicks, etc. You know, but as go,
Right.
Ace just have to come up with a plan to try and stop that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, and you know, like, I think Ari said it on commentary with me last time I was on with him. He's not looking forward to them games like NG versus Arrow and Zero versus Ace, but it's down to them guys to make it interesting, and I hope they do. But yeah, let's end it there.
Yep. So
That's right,
thanks
one
for
over.
tuning in. Sorry about missing a goal, but blame Romney or blame Ari, which one we're going
You
for?
know, it's the best goal ever as well.
Well, I got it on the highlights at the end, so don't worry. You can still see it if you never saw
It was a shit goal.
it.
Right, anyway, see you later.
See ya.